So regardless of what you may have thought or what you think, any student can qualify for financial aid, but there are specific things that you can do that I'll talk about in this video to make you more eligible for financial aid. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Hey, Josh Smith here with the Grade Above College Planning, and yes, we are on the financial aid topic once again. There's a common belief or a misconception that you won't qualify for financial aid if your student's not smart enough, has a grades or GPA, or you make too much money or have too much. But I'm here to tell you that every student can qualify for financial aid, and one thing that I like to emphasize with the families that I work with who are on different levels of the spectrum, some who earn a lot or have a lot, and some who don't, So when it comes to financial aid and when it comes to the FAFSA and or the CSS Profile, those forms are not pass or fail forms, okay? So the couple of things that are used to determine your financial aid, and let's just talk about need-based financial aid for a quick second. Need-based financial aid is, in order to qualify for need-based financial aid, you take the cost of attendance at a specific university, and I've talked about this in a number of videos, but you take the cost of attendance at a specific university, subtract your expected family contribution, equals your gap or your need. Now, every college is going to meet your need differently. So once again, if you're applying to a school, for example, a Cal State, and the cost of attendance at a Cal State is, let's say, $25,000, and you have a $30,000 EFC or expected family contribution, then there is no room, there is no gap where you're going to qualify for need-based financial aid. But if you take that same applicant and apply to, let's say, USC or another school that has a higher cost of attendance, let's say $50,000 or $60,000, now you have a gap. So sometimes, and I know it's kind of like, well, if we go to a more expensive school, but a lot of times if you apply to a more expensive school, more selective, maybe more prestigious, a lot of times those schools that have a higher sticker price or a higher cost of attendance, they also have a greater chance of meeting your need and fulfilling that gap. So let's say, for example, you were able to get your EFC down to $20,000 and you apply to USC with a cost of attendance of $60,000. That's a $40,000 difference. If USC will meet your need at 100% of gift aid and or free money that you don't have to pay back, now you're going to pay $20,000 to go to USC where you could be paying $25,000 to go to a Cal State. So a more expensive school that has a higher sticker price a lot of times can turn out to be less, expensive or less costly for the family. So you can qualify for financial aid depending on where you're going to apply. So the first thing that you want to consider, and the point that I'm trying to make here, is that the strength of your list when it comes to a balanced list of schools that may be a little bit kind of financially maybe out of your reach, and then schools that may be a little bit more financially safe, will determine how you can qualify for financial aid. So your list and the schools on your list are extremely important. The second thing that matters a lot is planning, really. When it comes to financial aid, it's not always about just need-based financial aid. There's other types of financial aid such as merit scholarships, tuition discounts, other scholarships and financial aid that your student can qualify for, but they once again have to have the right schools on the list. So at USC, you may not be in the top 20% of incoming freshmen, but you may be in the top 20% of incoming freshmen at a Cal State, depending on your students' GPAs, test scores, and things like that. So when it comes to the proper planning, you kind of want to identify those opportunities before it's too late. You want to know, okay, well, let's look at the transcript. Let's look at the schedule, the rigor of the students' schedule and GPA. Is it weighted? Is it unweighted? Test scores. What are some of the students' strengths, and where are they going to shine, and what particular university is going to reward that student or compete to have that student, and let's add those schools to the list. So this is also when it comes to safety schools for the students' admissions or acceptance, as well as reach schools. But where the student is going to be considered a high candidate, for the other incoming freshmen or transferring students, it increases their chances of receiving tuition discounts, merit scholarships, or other favorable financial aid. So if you do the proper planning and you don't want to wait till the last minute and have 4 or 5 schools on your students list that they're going to apply to, you want to have a well-balanced list. And you want to say, I'll say usually a minimum of like maybe 8 or 10 schools and sometimes more, where you have the financial stretches, you have the financial safety, as well as you have the academic or acceptance safety, and you have the admissions, the reach schools. You want to have a little bit of both in a balanced list. And that increases your chances of not only getting financial aid, getting favorable financial aid, and getting a lot of financial aid. But yes, with the proper planning and the right way to build your list, you increase your chances of receiving financial aid, both on a need-based side and on the scholarship or merit side. But every student can, with the right planning, once again, and the right timing, can qualify for financial aid. What you don't know can definitely cost you. So once again, hopefully this information was helpful. I hate to beat it up with the financial aid topic, but I know it's a common question that I consistently get. I've been getting over several years now from different families. Yes, you can qualify for financial aid, but if you don't start your planning until second semester senior year, the odds are pretty much stacked against you. So if you start your planning at the right time, and we'll do another video on when to start planning and how to start planning and the things that you need to start doing on a regular basis and as early as possible. But in this particular video, we wanted to make clear that you can qualify for financial aid if you make the right choices and decisions and at the right time. My name is Josh Smith, once again, with the Grade Above College Planning. If you haven't already, subscribe to our video. Also, we welcome your feedback. If you have any questions, concerns, or maybe you feel differently about what we're saying, please don't hesitate to reach out to us or comment below. You can reach us at info@agradeabovecp.com. And once again, be on the lookout for some more information to come. We'll talk to you all soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.